All right, Eric the Butcher, how are you doing? Oh, this is from Tom. You know Tom, that lad of yours? Yeah. He felt a bit guilty, you know, because he knows he hasn't been the perfect bloody lad. And he knows that when he was young, you and your missus were thinking whether to give him the elbow and get rid. But anyway, you've kept him and he's feeling sorry now. So he sent this little message in, Eric. He wants me to have a little word with you, you know. And it said here that you've had surgery. You've got surgery coming up on your leg. And he's had a little spelling mistake here there, Eric. Oh, by the way, my real name's Eric. You know that, don't you? Oh, yeah. Well, we're quite posh, you see. I changed it to Ricky because it sounds more romantic, more Italian, more, you know. Goes with the looks. It said here, as I say, he's made a spelling mistake. He said he's got surgery coming up on his legs, but we're hoping he'll be back on his feet. No, he hasn't. He said he's got surgery coming up on his leg, but we're hoping he'll be back on his feet and fishing again soon. I thought he was a bloody butcher, not a fishmonger. Bloody hell. Anyway, he's been a butcher all his life, and that must have been awful. He's been a butcher all his life. Oh, that must have been awful. Come on, Eric, you've heard them all a million bloody times. Anyway. But he loves Jim Royal and the Royal family. He loves Man United. Now, this is where this takes a bloody terrible dive here. Because I tell you what, I'm a Scouser, I'm a Liverpudlian, and I go to match with this fella here. The fella scratching his head there, right, on that photograph, is Jimmy McGovern, the best writer on television. And, of course, that's me up there as Mike Bassett with Mr. Old Pelly. Yeah, Pelly was lovely. Anyway, I was at the Liverpool game recently when Liverpool stuffed you 7-0. Anyway, it was a great day. It's a day that probably I'll never see again in my lifetime. 7-0. Anyway, you know the big fancy coach that they come to when they travel around. Lovely, that coach. It's got a bloody cinema on it. Yeah. It's got a bar on it. It's got all the best facilities on it. And oh, it's wonderful. They've even got a fella there who cooks them little bits of stuff. Oh, it's amazing. Anyway, the manager was that upset with them for getting beat 7-0 by Liverpool. You know, they normally have a few little drinks, a couple of bottles of champagne and that on the way home. No. The only thing he'd allowed them to drink was 7-Up. 7-Up. And the only movie they could watch was Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. But listen, I tell you what, you know, Alex Ferguson was a good manager, you know, and you know that thing when they go round for the collecting for kids. I went round the Arndale Centre with him once, you know, and this little kid was following us round all day saying, "Give us some money, Mr. Ferguson. Give us some money, Mr. Ferguson. Give us some money." And Ferguson said, "Go away, go away, go away." Anyway, just before he left, the kid said, "Give us some money for the charity, please, Mr. Ferguson." He said, go away, go away. You know what the kid said? "Well, you won't give us any money. Give us the red nose back." Because Alec was known to like a little snifter or two, you know. And you mightn't believe this, Eric, but listen, me and Sue Johnson actually done a fashion show in Manchester United's ground. Walking down the catwalk in our gear and doing all that. It was a charity night, and to be fair, the hospitality was bloody great. Anyway, I better read this again. He's had surgery. He's got surgery coming up on his leg, but we're hoping he'll be back on his feet and fishing again soon. He's a butcher, and all his life, and he loves Jim Royal, Man United, and his wife Debbie. Could you tell him he'll be up and about in no time? And, you know, get moving, you know, you know, you can't swing the lead. You can't swing the lead, lad, you know. I mean, okay, you're having a little operation and that. I mean, we've all been through it. But you've got to get up and, you know, just, if you're on crutches and anything, the only thing you can do is, like, instead of saying, move along there, you just say, go on, hop it. Well, your favourite cowboy was Hopalong Cassidy. Said, don't fancy a game of hopscotch, do you, Eric? Oh, anyway, Eric, don't blame me for this. You blame your Tom. You blame your Tom, because in that note he put, wind him up. Wind him up. Anyway, I don't know why. Listen, I don't know why I'm laughing. I've had trouble with one of my legs for years, and listen to this, kid. Listen to this. I've had 2 MRI scans on it. I've had an ultrasound scan on the ankle. I've had acupuncture. About 50 bloody needles in it and all that. And listen to this. I was telling one of my mates, I said, I have a terrible time with this. He went, yeah, go and see this fella. I said, I've had 2 MRI scans, an ultrasound scan. I said, I've had acupuncture bloody. He said, go and see this fella. He used to be the physio for a football team, a professional football team. I went and seen him. Charged me 30 quid. I don't know what he'd done to it. It was like electric treatment, massage, this, that and the other. I got off the table. He wouldn't even take a few quid tip. And I went on a walking holiday. I went on a walking holiday. He was bloody unbelievable. And over the past 3 or 4 years, I've been back to him, say, twice more. Honest to God. So sometimes it's the luck of the draw, isn't it? But as I say, lad, you know, you've got to, you can't be bad on your feet, lad. It's too bloody. It just controls everything you do, doesn't it? You know, you can't stand to attention. Well, it doesn't matter because you're not in the army at the moment, are you? But you can't even say to someone, "Oh, I can't stand him," because they'd say, "Well, we know you've got a bad leg." Now listen, Eric, I'm not being funny. From one Eric to another Eric, I love sausages. You couldn't send us a couple of decent sausages, could you? You know, homemade, handmade. Anyway, Tom, thanks for sending this in. You must think the world of your old fella. So you following in his footstep, are you? You ready to take up the carving knife and do the business, eh? Are you? I hope so. Well, Eric, from one Eric to another Eric, God bless you, lad. I hope the leg gets better. And as I say, if you do come down to Liverpool to see them playing Man United, I want you to take it in good grace. Not like the last time when we beat you 7-0. Because you know what? There was thousands of Man United supporters there. And I'm not saying this is the exact cause of it, but the River Mersey rose 12 inches after the end of that game. And people said, oh, it must have been a freak storm. They said, no, we never had a storm. They said, well, it must have rained. I said, it never rained. And they've worked it out. It was the tears of the Man United fans leaving Liverpool and going back to Manchester. I'm supposed to send you this message to make you feel better. I bet you feel like garrotting yourself. God bless you, lad. I hope it, no, seriously, Eric, I hope it does get better. And Tom, thanks a lot, kid. You must love your old fella loads. All the best, Buck. To our lads.